Borussia Dortmund's Signal Iduna Park is the football temple in Germany. Here on the biggest terrace in the world beats the heart of the club. Almost 25,000 fans gather on the yellow wall for an experience that'll give you goosebumps. It all started at Borsigplatz in Dortmund. Members of a Catholic youth group founded Ballspielverein Borussia in 1909. The first pitch was the so-called White Meadow, and no joke, Dortmund originally wore blue and white shirts with a red sash. It wouldn't be until 1913 that black and yellow became the club colours. Dortmund first became German champions in 1956, and in the following season they defended their title with an unchanged squad, something that wouldn't be seen again. In 1963, Dortmund beat 1. FC Köln in the final to win the title for the third time, and became the last German champion before the advent of the Bundesliga. They picked up their first German Cup in 1965, and the following year went on to win the European Cup Winners' Cup. Reinhard Stan Lebuda scored the sensational winning goal in a 2-1 victory against Liverpool, and it was the first European trophy for a German team. But after European success began the slide down the divisions. Under coach Herbert Budinski, the club was relegated to the Regional League West in 1972 and played in the Stadion Rote Erde for sometimes around 2,000 fans. Only after the building of the Westfalenstadion in 1974 did things start to look up for Borussia. In 1976 came promotion back to the Bundesliga and an average attendance of 42,000, a league high at the time. But on the pitch, Dortmund fell foul to the worst defeat in Bundesliga history, 12-0 against Borussia Mönchengladbach in 1978. Coach Otto Rehhagel was unsurprisingly fired after the debacle. Between 1980 and 1986, an incredible 10 coaches took the reins at Dortmund, but the club remained average. In fact, they needed a lucky late goal from Jürgen Wegmann against Fortuna Köln in the relegation playoff. The goal forced the deciding match, which saw Dortmund safe. But where would Dortmund be now without Wegmann's goal? Having survived, there were better times to come. In 1989, the club won the German Cup and finally had a trophy for the first time in 23 years. And after the appointment of Ottmar Hitzfeld in 1991, there was more success to come in the Bundesliga as well. In 1995, Dortmund, after 32 years, were German champions once more. And they defended the title the following year as well. With players just like today, Sammer and Cesar, they dominated the league. And they celebrated their title with a camera in the changing room as well. This outstanding team went on to bring home the Champions League trophy in 1997. In the final, they beat Juventus by 3-2, and in December of that year also won the Intercontinental Cup. The club from the Revier was number 1 in world football. In October 2000, Borussia Dortmund were the first and to this point the only Bundesliga club to be floated on the stock market. And the club ploughed money into expensive players with success. Koller, Rosicky, Amoruso and Everton won the title with Matthias Sammer as coach in 2002 with a 1-point advantage over Bayer Leverkusen. But just 3 years after this triumph, Dortmund were close to going bust, with debts of over 180 million euros. The men responsible, President Gerd Niebaum and CEO Michael Meyer, left the club in 2005. After the financial disaster, the budget was drastically slashed. The big-name stars left the club, and Dortmund were no longer a title contender. The high points on the pitch were the derbies against fierce local rivals Schalke. Even now, people in Dortmund talk of matchday 33 in the 2006-07 season, as top-of-the-table Schalke lost 2-0 in Dortmund. Borussia helped deny their rivals the title, which would have been more than just a crumb of comfort to ninth-place Dortmund. In 2008, Jurgen Klopp stepped onto the footballing stage in Dortmund, and after 3 years of preparation, his team propelled Dortmund back to the title with the youngest Bundesliga team of all time. and this team got even better. In the 2011-12 season, the young guns of Jurgen Klopp continued to dominate the league favourites. Games at the Signal Iduna Park became a football fest. Dortmund twice beat their rivals from Bayern Munich and won the league by 8 points. In the DFB Cup, they also beat Bayern to secure the double. Last season, the Black and Yellows took their sensational game to Europe in the Champions League, and after 16 years were back in the final, this time at Wembley. They were beaten 2-1 by Bayern on this occasion in a tense match. Despite a first trophyless season in 3 years, it was clear that Borussia Dortmund were back to the pinnacle of European football. A long way from the Catholic youth group at Borsigplatz.
Sign up now for the Bundesliga YouTube channel. Here.
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 Here.